Welcome to Warriors Weekly, presented by Esurance. This week's show, we'll go behind the scenes and see what a typical game day routine is for rookie Stephen Curry. We also catch up with Anthony Randolph after a recent event in San Francisco in our Warriors Profile segment. Now for a look at some of the recent action in last week's games as the team embarked on another road trip, here's Warriors Rewind. Stop 2 of the Warriors road trip found them in the greater New York metropolitan area in New Jersey, taking on the Nets. And early on, it was Stanford product Brook Lopez dominating down low with 21 points and 10 rebounds. The Warriors having problems shooting from the outside and turning the ball over, and the New Jersey Nets would be up 27-20 at the end of one. But in the second quarter, the Warriors would rack up 38 points, and the bench mob of Corey Maggette, Anthony Randolph, and C.J. Watson simply spectacular. The Warriors would come up with steal after steal, 12 in all, to put up a 38-point second quarter, take the lead at halftime, as Randolph had 11 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. C.J. Watson, who had 19 against the Knicks, 18 against the New Jersey Nets, with 5 steals, a career high, as the Warriors would have the halftime lead. In the third quarter, the lead would balloon as high as 20, as Vladimir Radmanovic had 9 points and 9 rebounds, and Mikey Moore, a return to his New Jersey roots where he'd been a Net twice, finished with a season-high 16 points and 7 rebounds. But that 20-point lead would be cut to 5 in the fourth quarter. But Monte Ellis, who had been 1 of 10 in the first half, would be 6 of 10 in the second half, finished with 18 points and 8 assists to lead the Warriors, constantly scoring the big buckets and dropping it inside as the Warriors pull away to beat the Nets 105-89, move to 1-1 on the road trip. Stop 3 of the Warrior road trip at the United Center in Chicago, and the Warriors out to a 28-26 lead at the end of one. In the second quarter, the Warriors' defense on display as they hold the Bulls to only 18 points, outscoring them 23-18 and building a 7-point halftime lead. But it'd be a rough shooting night for all of the Warriors. They would finish at only 38%. Anthony Randolph good in the second quarter with 6 points. Monte leading the way with 27 for the Warriors. But the third quarter saw the Bulls, with their balanced scoring attack and all 5 starters in double figures, start to make a move. They limit the Warriors to only 19 points in the third and 17 points in the fourth, as Derrick Rose finished with 15 and Luol Deng with 21, and we'd be headed to overtime. In the extra period, the Warriors' shooting woes continued as Anthony Morrow, 4 of 13 on threes. Good defense, short-circuiting offense, as no one there to help Monte Ellis, 27, and the Warriors fall to Chicago, 96-91 in overtime. Kirk Hinrich with a big shot in the extra period, too much Luol Deng, and Derrick Rose down the stretch. The offense not there in Game 3. Warriors move to 1-2 on the road trip. Stop 4 on the road trip for the Warriors, Detroit, the Motor City, and good news for Detroit as Rip Hamilton, playing in only his second game, makes a return and finishes with 18 points. Monte Ellis with 29 points, playing all 48 minutes. Outstanding game for Monte. But then you look at the rest of the Warriors. Ellis with 29, Stephen Curry with 19, and Corey Maggette off the bench with 23. But no contributions from anyone else on the roster. Anthony Morrow held scoreless, and even though the Warriors would have the 6-point lead at the half, not enough offense in a disastrous third quarter. Rodney Stuckey would go for 29, Charlie Villanueva with 24, and Rip Hamilton big shot at big times as the Pistons would hold the Warriors in the third. Warriors would be down 4 heading into the fourth quarter and erupt for 28 points. But Detroit, very good shooting down the stretch. They matched the Warriors basket for basket. And the second night in a row, the Warriors shooting their undoing, particularly in the third quarter. They battled Detroit to the end, but lose 104-95. 1-3 on the road trip. Tough losses in Chicago and Detroit as the Warriors falter down the stretch.